Welcome to the 1500th episode of This Week in East Brunswick. Election results are in for Mayor, Council, and Board of Education, and we've got the winners. Plus, we have highlights from the 34th Annual East Brunswick Road Races, and Cindy Contrino visits the Helmetta Regional Animal Shelter for another segment of Project Pets. All this, plus a new business spotlight with Mayor Stahl at Brunswick Square Pharmacy. So stay with us.
On Election Day, East Brunswick voters selected a mayor, 2 council members, and 3 Board of Education members. Here are the preliminary results for the mayoral election, with Democrat David Stahl beating Republican Eugene DiMarzo, Democrats Denise Contrino and Nancy Pinkin retaining their seats on the town council, and the uncontested Board of Education candidates, with recently retired teacher Kevin McAvoy receiving the most votes. During EBTV's coverage of the candidates, we asked each what they see for the future of our town.
What do you envision for the future of East Brunswick?
I've always thought the East Brunswick future is bright. I envision that we continue to provide for the same services that our children need, whether it's, again, through the recreation department, the library, whatever they like to do, and also make sure that our active adults have the facilities they need. Our senior center is top-notch, so that's one of my goals in terms of the future. And to do that, you have to protect our economic future. One of my key things when I became mayor was to become fiscally conservative as to our budget, because again, the economic times we live in. Can't borrow against the future. Don't want to burden, our future generations, whether you're at the national level. It also comes to play here in East Brunswick at the local level. We've taken no one-shot gimmicks to balance our budget. It's been a lot of hard work, but that's the way that you ensure that the future's there for the children of East Brunswick.
Well, my goals going forward are to still continue to hammer away at the fiscal responsibility. Now, how do you deal with the issue of ratables? How do we find out, if one town has more ratables than the other, how do we straighten that out so that we can find tax relief? I mean, tax relief is our number one issue. There's no doubt about it. I think and it's not just something that we can do. We can only do our part. Our part is a small percentage of the budget. It's about 20%. But we have to be able to look at the other areas as well and look at the state level and be able to address those things.
I'd really like to continue to work with the mayor, as I've done, and administration, to reduce spending while at the same time finding ways to maintain our infrastructure. It's so important to maintain our infrastructure, our parks, our roads, our buildings, and I would like to continue working with them to do that. I've worked with the mayor to reduce spending the last 4 budgets. We've gone from $64 million to just under $56 million this year. And we've done this while maintaining services and completing projects like Pine Ridge Park, paving new roads, new sewer lines, new water lines, adding a level playing field to Heavenly Farms, a comfort station, and purchasing open space such as Forder Farm.
But are there any special projects that you hope to enhance or further promote, Mary, with regard to the Board of Education?
Well, because I've got a particular interest in special education, I'm very interested in furthering our attempts at inclusion. Even though my daughter was always an out-of-district placement, she was actually the first student who was an out-of-district placement to come back into her home school on a regular basis. I also have a great interest in athletics, not only because of my teaching background, but I have been an NJSIAA certified high school sports official in 2 sports. And I do believe that extracurriculars, whether it's athletics, the arts, service, what have you, I think that these are important facets in, kind of educating that whole child. And additionally, I also have an interest in, started to roll out our new elementary grading system about a year or so ago. And I always say that, these things continue to be a work in progress. I think we need to find out, are the teachers getting the information that they need from these report cards? Are parents able to navigate them easily? So those are some of my particular interests that I have that I want to follow up on.
I'm the chair of the Board Technology Committee and have been for a few years. And I'm very concerned and intrigued and excited about the prospect of further integration of the technology, not just into the district. Anyone can bring in hardware and software. I've heard of too many districts that invest in these things and they sit in boxes for a while because they don't have the wireless capacity, or there's no attempt to really integrate the curriculum and technology. Technology is a tool. It's not going to become the curriculum, but it's a wonderful tool. And we hear we hear the buzz phrase, preparing students for the 21st century and to live in a global world, a global economy, and certainly the internet makes that very accessible every day for our students. And I think we need to be very smart, be fiscally responsible how we spend our money on technology, but really study it, get the facts, the data, and more importantly, talk to our students and our staff about what really can be accomplished using technology in the classroom every day.
If I had to prioritize the things that I've been talking to neighbors and members of the community about, it would be number one, selecting a new superintendent, which is a monumental task only because we have to make sure that we select the correct person as our new leader. We as board members, in terms of my understanding of the board, is to be there to direct policy, but at the same time support the superintendent and all of the layers that fall underneath him or her. Secondly, it is the Teach New Jersey Act, which brings in tenure reform and how that is going to affect our teachers. I believe that there is nothing for our teachers to worry about because our teachers, speaking as a 36-year veteran, our teachers are doing the job. This is not something that was created in Trenton to seriously affect us. However, there are a number of teachers, administrators as well, running around on some level of being scared about what this is all about. So this is a high priority thing. And number three is I want to try to bring the two governing bodies a little more closely aligned. We as taxpayers have a heavy burden for the school system. We also have a heavy burden for the running of the municipality. And however I can, as the new set of eyes, ears, and voice, however I can bring these two groups together so that the community works better is one of my priorities.
Hello again, everyone. This is Adam Neary for EBTV. Today I'm at Crystal Springs for the 35th Annual East Brunswick Road Races. I'm with Angela Morgenthau, and the race director. We're going to ask her some questions about the race. First of all, tell me about the race.
This is the 35th year of this race. We have a 5K and 10K where runners can choose during the race which distance they'd like to go. We have a 1 mile fun run, and we have kids pumpkin dashes.
So are you a runner yourself?
I am. I actually got involved with this race through my running club, the Raritan Valley Road Runners.
How do you train for a race like this?
Well, we have anywhere from people who are very much in the beginning phase of their running to seasoned veteran runners in this race. So for some people it involves just walking and adding short spurts of running in there. And for others it means doing some track workouts and doing harder training events.
How long does a 5K and 10K run like this on a surface? This is a pretty simple surface compared to other races, right?
Yeah, it should be a quick race. This is a really flat course. We've got really nice weather out. It's not too hot, not too cold. So our winners should be around, I would imagine for males, our winners will be around 5 to 6 minute pace range. And our females will probably be about 6 to 7 minute pace range.
Is this your first race?
No, I've done a bunch of 5Ks, 10Ks, and I also do triathlons.
Is this your first time doing the East Brunswick race?
No, we did it last year. We thought it was it's a great event. Number one is we're from East Brunswick, my family, and since it's a health and fitness environment, and it's also for good charity, we figured we'd come out and support the community.
What other races have you done? I mean, I see you do triathlons. Tell us about what you do, what other races you've done.
Well, I'm part of some organizations that do a bunch of triathlons around the state.
How did you get into triathlons?
Well, I figured as we got older, we wanted to do things to stay in shape. We figured the collision type sports might not be the way to go, so we started with a wide variety of cross trains. So swimming and biking and running was a great way to do it in order to stay healthy and stay fit.
What do you expect your time to be today?
Well, we're hoping for 22 minutes, so we'll see how that entertains in our age group, and we'll see how it goes.
I'm now with Laura and Ray. Laura, tell us about the Raritan Valley Roadrunners.
Sure. We're a running club based out of Highland Park in New Brunswick, New Jersey. We've been around for 29 years, I guess. We have group runs every Wednesday and Saturday. We welcome runners of all ages. And then we put on this race every year, so we're here today and excited and hoping to get the community involved, and always looking for people to come out and run with us. We run Wednesday night in Highland Park out of the Reformed Church, and then Saturday mornings we run out of Johnson Park. We're meeting in Grove 2 right now at 8 a.m.
Hi, I'm Cindy Neutrino for Project Pets. I'm here at the Helmetta Regional Animal Shelter to see some of the adorable pets they have up for adoption. Stay with me as we learn more about Sarah and some of her furry friends.
Sarah is a small, female, shepherd, beagle, Labrador retriever mix who came to us from the south. She was shot for being on the wrong property, but a rescue group saved her and paid for her medical care. She is a happy, playful dog with a gentle personality. She gets along well with other dogs and cats too. She enjoys exploring the yard or going for a walk on a leash. She especially enjoys accompanying her family on outgoings. She loves affection and is a terrific and intelligent dog that would make a wonderful addition to any family.
If you're looking to adopt a pet, make sure you're ready to take on the responsibilities of adoption. Pets can be a very big burden on people. Make sure that you go to a vet first. That way when you come in, you can put down on the application what vet you picked out so that we could call and do a follow-up after you adopt a dog. They can go on Pet Finder, or they could look us up at Helmetta Regional Animal Shelter on Facebook.
These adorable 3-month-old Jack Russell mix pups are just too cute. They were rescued from a high-kill shelter in West Virginia and are up to date on their vaccines. They both have awesome personalities and are very affectionate. They are good with other dogs and love attention and cuddling. They are bundles of energy waiting for their chance to be unleashed onto the world. They love to play with balls and toys and have a blast doing it. They are very smart and eager to please. Won't you consider making them part of your family? If residents want to make a donation, what kind of things do you need?
Wet and dry dog and cat food, dog toys, blankets, sheets, towels, bleach, dog treats, dog toys, leashes, leads, things of that nature.
Marge is a very happy 3-year-old female hound mix. She was rescued from a high-kill shelter in West Virginia. She loves affection, enjoys going for walks, and giving lots of kisses to everyone. She's very loving and enjoys being with people. It's hard to resist her adorable face and her endearing antics. She gets along well with other dogs and kids too. She is an amazing dog and a remarkable family companion for the fortunate people who give her a place to call home. Havana is a 5-year-old female bull mastiff who was surrendered by her owners because they were moving and could not take her with them. She has a very sweet personality and is everybody's best buddy. She gets along well with other dogs and loves the outdoors. She's just loads of fun and her goofy, easygoing personality is irresistible. She's very lonely here in the shelter. She's very friendly, loves affection, and enjoys going for walks. Can you find room in your heart and home for Havana? Recently, you rescued 64 dogs from unhealthy living conditions at a home in East Brunswick. Can you tell us how you learned of this situation and how you rescued the dogs?
I received an anonymous tip on a East Brunswick Animal Control voicemail box. We then proceeded over to the location once. The lady said that she only had 10 dogs in the house. After that, we advised her to be back with the health department just to do a checkup, and we went back the second day. She admitted to having 64 dogs. As far as injuries, there were no injuries. The conditions of the dogs, they were severely matted. Some of them were matted to the point where the legs were actually attached to their body. They had contact flea dermatitis, which is a reaction to flea bites, allergic reaction to flea bites. So a good majority of them had about at least 80% hair loss over their entire bodies. Almost all of them have been adopted. We have about 13 females that we still have, which are pregnant. We're holding on to them until they give birth to their puppies. After that, they'll be put up for adoption. There are a number of things that could be animal cruelty. Locking your dog in a car with the windows up during hot and cold months. Leaving a dog outside with no shelter and no food or water. Hoarding can be considered animal cruelty. Not giving your dog proper vet care. Even not getting your dog the proper shots it needs can be considered animal cruelty.
What should residents do if they suspect animal cruelty?
They should call the local police department. The police department will then get in touch with us, and we'll go out, we'll speak to you, and we'll go out and do our investigations.
Ellie is a 3 to 4-year-old female black lab mix. She was picked up as a stray by animal control. Ellie is shy at first, but once she breaks out of her shell, she is extremely loving and playful. She makes up for her small size with a big personality. Ellie is a lovable little girl who bonds like glue when she gets to know you. Everyone who meets Ellie falls in love instantly. She would make a wonderful, loving pet to any family, especially one with kids. Clarissa is a 2-year-old female boxer mix who is spayed and up to date with her vaccines. She is extremely loving and playful and has a terrific personality. Everyone who meets Clarissa falls in love instantly. She walks well on a leash, knows several commands like sit and shake, and loves to have her belly scratched. She gets along well with other dogs and people, including children. She is all about playing and running and licking faces. She would make a wonderful, loving pet to any family, especially one with kids. What should a resident do if they can no longer care for their pet?
If you can no longer take care of your pet, you should bring it down to the shelter immediately. That way you could surrender it. That way it's more fair to you and it's more fair to the animal itself.
Saving the life of one animal may not change the world, but the world will surely change for that one animal. Please consider giving one of these adorable pets a home. For Project Pets, I'm Cindy Intrino.
Hi, it's Mayor David Stahl. Welcome to another edition of Business Spotlight. I'm at the Brunswick Square Pharmacy at 1177 Route 18, right in front of the Brunswick Square Mall. I'm joined by Lori, the pharmacist here. Good to see you.
Good to meet you, Mayor.
Let's just talk a little bit about this pharmacy that just recently opened up.
We're a small mom and pop. We're a single store. We're not a chain. We do personalized service. We know our patients. We know their families. We know what's going on in their lives. And we make them feel like family, and we feel like we're part of their family also. We offer free delivery on all prescriptions. We have 24-hour phone service. If we're closed on evening or a Sunday, they can call, and we can have a pharmacist come in, take care of their prescription, and get it to the patient. So we're easily accessible.
I think I also own a small retail store in New York, and customer service is important. And being a traditional mom and pop store, do you think that distinguishes you from the more like the chain type pharmacy stores?
Absolutely. In a chain, you're a number. We don't want numbers. We want everybody to feel that they're important, that their disease state, whatever it may be, a cold, diabetes, high blood pressure, it's important. We want to supply them with the best possible care so they have the best possible quality of life.
A lot of people think that just because you're bigger in terms of the size of a store, that somehow that they can offer products that you can't offer as a smaller retailer. Is that true?
No, we have 2 wholesalers. We can get what we need. If we don't have something, it's usually the next day. We also have DME supplies such as walkers, canes, and those type of things, and we can support stockings. We can get what our patients need.
What types of health care do you take here?
We take all types of insurance. If for some reason we don't participate in your insurance, we'll get a contract, and usually within 48 hours we're signed up and ready to go.
Back to the store, outside of obviously the drugs that require a prescription, what else do you offer?
We have health and beauty aids. We have full line of vitamins. We have cough and cold, fever, pain, everything that you would need. We also have here milk, in addition to soda and snacks, lottery in Western Union.
And I understand that you have a hair salon nearby?
Yes, we do. It's attached to the pharmacy. Senior citizens can come in and get a haircut for $7. And we also offer manicures and full-service salon.
How easy is it to transfer a prescription from one store to your location?
Very easy. Have the patients bring in their bottle. We have the information. We call the pharmacy, take care of it right over the phone. Usually it's about a 10-minute process, and that's it.
Flu season's rapidly approaching. Do you offer shots?
We offer flu shots, pneumonia shots, and shingles vaccines to anybody who comes in with a prescription. You need to be 18 years or older. Besides me, we have 2 other pharmacists, Miriam and Bonnie, and so between the 3 of us, we give the best service around.
And your location here at 1177 Route 18 is actually right in front of the mall?
Yes, if you are at Barnes & Noble and look towards Route 18, you see our store.
And the store hours?
We're 11 to 7 Monday through Friday, 10 to 4 on Saturdays. We are currently closed on Sundays. However, we still do have the 24-hour phone service, so you can get in contact with us any time of day or night.
I think another unique service that you offer is free deliveries.
Absolutely. Free delivery of prescriptions. If somebody, if you have a young child or a senior citizen can't get out to drop their prescription, more than happy to go pick it up, fill it, and then send it back delivery.
And Lori, what's your phone number up here as well?
Our phone number is 732-257-5200.
And lastly, the website.
It's brunswicksquarepharmacy.com.
I appreciate the opportunity to talk with you. Hopefully our viewers at home learn a little bit more about Brunswick Square Pharmacy and have an opportunity to shop. So as I like to say, we shop East Brunswick, and here's an opportunity with a new retailer here in town to come up and get your pharmaceuticals and any other kind of drug product that you might need, whether you need a prescription or not. Play the lottery and get your hair done at the same time. Again, thanks for watching Business Spotlight.
In celebration of Halloween, the East Brunswick Public Library Youth Services held a special event where children could decorate Peeps with Halloween costumes. Here are some highlights to close out the show. See you next week.